boogie the beat. Now bang bang boogie to the boogie to your bang.
My brothers, my sisters, my kin folk, my Nijis, what it do, fam? What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do? Y'all already know, back at you again, dropping another one. I'm actually out here, y'all gotta forgive me, I've been eating peanuts and shit. Brother hungry, I didn't already ate my lunch, I ate my 2 apples for the day. I said, fuck it, I got these peanuts, time to go in. But out here in Evansville, Indiana right now, they actually got me parked on the street because he was like, man, you ain't supposed to be here until 12, but you know, after we get this container guy, we'll get you in. So I was like, all right, man, it is what it is. But that's on the dude that I pulled for. But all of that being said, well, enough of that being said, y'all already know what I like to do. So let me go ahead and get into it before they come out here and say something. Today is Thursday. So I like to give thanks to the planet Jupiter. I like to give thanks to Sophia. I like to give thanks to Azazel. I like to give thanks to Lilith. I like to give thanks to Isis. I like to give thanks to Tahuti. I like to give thanks to Hathor. I like to give thanks to Ra. I like to give thanks to Lakshmi. I like to give thanks to Ganesh. I like to give thanks to Krishna. I like to give thanks to Baset. I like to give thanks to Hanuman. I like to give thanks to Oshun. I like to give thanks to Shango. I like to give thanks to Thunderbird. I like to give thanks to my higher self. I like to give thanks to Moon Goddess, Selene. I like to give thanks to Thor. I like to give thanks to Odin. I like to give thanks to Jade Emperor. I like to give thanks to Jade Empress. I also like to give thanks to the ascended masters before me. And I also like to give thanks to all of the gods and goddesses that are known and unknown on this day. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, fam. In this part of Soapbox, this is part 2 of Thoughts. Last week I did part 1, and I told y'all I was gonna do a part 2, finish everything up. So this is part 2 of part 1. Now to give you a brief summary of part 1 is basically, in a nutshell, fam, I'm just gonna say it like it is. So if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. Don't be lame to the motherfucking game. You can listen to what social media, news outlets, friends, family members. You can listen to all them motherfuckers all you want. What I'm saying is, don't be lame to the game on information. Actually take the time to be, in part 1, where it is, discriminate against what you hear and also what you see, because a lot of the bullshit that they throwing out here on TV, radio, and on internet, and whatnot, half of it, I'm gonna say 3/4 of it is bullshit. There's probably a small percentage of actual truth, but it's one of them things you have to cipher out for yourself. So like I said, in a nutshell, in part 1, that's what that all boils down to. You have to discriminate what you hear and also what you see. Do not fall lame to the game. You have to be a safe executive, not just an executive, but you have to be a safe executive. You know, this right here, this is our vessel, and well, actually, this is our avatar. Let me say it like that. It's almost like you playing a video game. I don't play video games no more, but it's like you playing a video game and you got the controller and you're controlling the avatar, and that's basically what higher self is with us. This all of this shit is a fucking illusion. But like I said, that's part one. Now, to give y'all the solution to how you be a safe executive or a safe bigwig or a safe top dog, whatever you want to call it, you have to do spiritual exercises. Now, I was not blown away when I read this. Matter of fact, all the information is coming out of the Metaphysic Bible Dictionary from Charles Fillmore. So you can go get the book, go buy the book. You can check fact everything. I don't give a shit. It's all in there. But you have to do spiritual exercise. Just like the same way that a bodybuilder or a professional athlete or even someone like yourself. I'm gonna use me as an example. Yes, I do go to the gym. I works out. I exercise. But that is just for my physical body. But also we have to do spiritual exercise and mental exercise. And it's four of them. And the spirit had revealed something to me a couple of days ago, and this is gonna fuck y'all up. In this spiritual exercises, you have 4: prayer, meditation, worship, and fasting. Prayer. It comes into conscious not by supplication, but by affirmation. It's necessary to pray. Believe that you receive. See, we have been lied to and we have been taught when we pray we need to beg. No, you don't beg. You don't beg. I mean, I'm not trying to be like on some like fucked up sick shit, but let's just keep it real. A man and a woman. The woman goes to the man begging the man for money. The man, he ain't, game tight, wrapped up too tight up here. He's already kind of fucked up here. So he looks at that as a weakness and he takes advantage of that woman. Well, if I give you some money, what am I going to get in return? And the only reason that he can come at that woman like that is because that woman is begging and she needs him. It's the same fucking thing that they have taught us, is to beg. And we ain't supposed to beg. We supposed to pray and believe and have faith that we already received it. Hey, see, it's like I said last week, and I'm gonna keep saying, if you know better, you do better. So now you know better, now do better. Meditation. The action or practice of meditating. Can't make this shit up. Mindfulness or focusing the mind on something. So many different people had different I don't want to say, beliefs. Have different beliefs about meditating. I heard one person say when you meditate, just go into the meditation and don't think about or focus on anything. And then I heard other people say focus on certain things in your meditation. So I cannot sit up here and tell you what to do. This is something that you're going to have to experiment on yourself. If if it works for you, it works for you. If it don't, it just don't. Worship. Now, getting good right here. Worship. When one worship, he bestows his love. I'm going to say he or she bestows their love on or identify thyself with. I have to say this again. when one worship, he or she bestows, basically shows love to, and then they identify themselves with. You know, if a person says that they are a God and they act like a God, they do stuff like a God, I'm gonna use Lord Tahuti. Tahuti is known for judgment of the dead, judging the dead, writing, magic. It's like a number of things. Now, if I want to be like Lord Tahuti, I have to identify myself with Lord Tahuti. Certain things that Lord Tahuti does, I have to naturally already do them. And that's the thing. You know, I'm gonna do a video on actually working with like certain deities or certain energies and whatnot, and like really break that down, because Isis and Tahuti are part of my spiritual family, and I've always had a thing for writing, always. So it's like, it ain't like this is something new. So when it comes to the worship, and once again, we've been lied to. We've been lied to about the worship part. Now this is the one right here. Fasting. The willful from eating or sometimes drinking. In a nutshell, you don't eat, you don't drink. Now, some of y'all, because see, this is what the Spirit had revealed to me. I was like, wow. I was like, that's deep. You know, some of y'all might say, nah, I can't do that, I can't do that. Yes, you can, because you already have. Now, you might sit up and say, no, I ain't. Yes, you have. When you was created, I'm not talking about and your mama and your daddy and all of that. I'm talking about when your soul was created, you had to feed and eat something. When you was created, hell, when all of us was created, we wasn't physically eating food, we was eating thoughts. That's how we fed ourselves. Thoughts. Feeding on thoughts or energy. It's the same thing what's going on now. So, and we was more powerful and stronger then. Since we had accepted to come to this reality, we have got weighed down by a lot of bullshit. And I'm just personally saying to y'all, yes, prayer, meditation, worship, but also add the fasting. Because I had to tell wifey, this is something that we need to include into what we do now. To take this to the next level. You know, all of this took me back to the three big I's: intellect, intuition, imagination. And what self or spirit had revealed to me: intellect, meditation; intuition, prayer; imagination, worship. You know, everything is all connected to one at the end of the day. Because I'm starting to understand now, Spirit really, really want all of us to really have our minds in control. Forces on the outside are working so fucking hard to have control over this right here. The battle starts and it also ends up here. You know, this is really not getting off the subject, but pimps, good pimps, not the gorilla pimping, but good pimps with the mouthpiece, the good pimps, And well, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But the good pimps have always said to me, and it's really kind of old, cause everybody that heard it. And I was like, man, I heard that shit before. They was like, no, you just take heed. Good pimps will always, the real deal, official ones will tell you straight up, yes, you can control her body all you want, but before you can get to the body, you have to control this right here. Once you control this right here, everything else falls in line. Everything. And it's the same thing with us. Yes, forces have been pimping us. I know some of y'all might not want to hear that, but I'm just keeping it real with you. Some forces have been pimping the shit out of us because they had already knew what to do when it came to the mind. And they started with the mind, and once they started with the mind, like I said, everything else falls in line. So that's what it is, fam. Spiritual exercise. Remember, prayer, meditation, worship, and fasting. Combine all four of them together, and then on top of that, make sure that you have your own intellect, that you're not getting pimped. Make sure you follow your own intuition where you're not getting pimped. And please, have your own goddamn imagination where you're still not getting pimped. Cause that's what it's all about, pimping. but I'm done though, fam. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. It is what it is. Video's a little bit longer than what I thought it was gonna be, but I don't care because the information and the knowledge that was given to me, I feel like hell the video probably about 2 minutes long, but it's not. So my brothers, my sisters, my kinfolk, my nieces, I appreciate it. And I thank you for taking time out of your day to listen and to watch my copper tone ass. Peace, love, and joy. Holla.